Hello everyone, welcome back to the Minecraft Auto-Piston Challenge. I've actually done quite a bit of thinking since last episode. Um, so let's get started. Starting with the changes, I took out this thing and moved it back. I also took out that entire line of pistons because I'm going to move it over there. No, you don't get to know what that all is yet. Or the random snow block. You will never know about the random snow block. The random snow block will just be there forever. Even when the house is done, it will be there. Oh, I don't know. I'm screwing around. Um, so I moved this back, and instead of before I had vertical transmission. I'm not sure if I showed you guys. I had a vertical transmission delaying the signal from the vertical piston over to the piston that was at here at the time. I had it going up through the ground to power the piston at a set time after the vertical piston shot it up here so that it would shoot up, get pushed over, and then go up from there. Um, I've abandoned the timed aspect there because now moving it back, I have easily enough room for this piston detection, making this an auto piston, which I think is a good thing. Um, Not sure what I'm going to do about this yet, but I think I'll need a piston updater auto clock thingy to update it periodically. Um, let's see. This is remember last time I told you about the tower piston tower wiring I saw on Ethos channel, the Ethos Lab channel. This is a variant on that because it is too tall for a redstone signal to be pushed to be transmitted all the way from the bottom to the top. I added let's see. I added these little parts twice about midway up that just go out a bit to make room for a diode slash repeater. So there's that. That actually worked well enough to transmit the signal, but it has problems as well. Originally, and this is what I did on the server, I was going to... Here, let me get all the way to the top and I'll show you. Phone call. Who's calling me? Private caller. They can wait. Just ignore the rings. Anyway, this is a sensor here that senses when the block gets to the top, and it's supposed to send the signal down to the bottom. On the server, originally... Stop ringing, phone. On the server originally, it sent a signal down to a bottom using the downward vertical transmission after it triggered the sensor, and that would set all of these pistons off to push the entire tower over. I... Sorry, one moment. Oh, my cell's gonna go off. Dang. Okay, sorry. Was silencing my cell phone. That's okay. Oh, stop beeping. Sorry for that interruption. Did not know it would happen. Oh well. Let's see. Where was I? I have lost track. Oh, I realized... Hey! Dummy! This wiring should work downward as well as upward. So, I did not even build my downward vertical transmission tower. All I did was take this, put another repeater here, wire it into this so that it'd send the signal to this block and that block and all the way down the tower. Yeah, random thing there. Slight problem with that. and I will show you what that is presently. Actually, also the repeaters down here, I had to change their direction so that they transmit the signal all the way down, and not everything would be stopped there. Slight problem, and I'll show you what happens. Okay. Seems to work okay from up here. I'm not sure if you can see it down there, but I fell. Darn it, where's my shovel? Shovel. Sorry. Okay, so slight problem with this. Right, this is where the problem is. See, this can't push anymore, which is what I want. This is a demonstration. Signal seems to be okay here. Sends the signal down. You can see it, right? Yeah, so let's go down, get a better vantage point. And you can see the signal is going all the way down, right? See, even there. But what's this? These last 4 pistons aren't working. Why aren't they working? I don't know. I think it's most likely some sort of glitch, which is really annoying. Also, because if I update the block, watch. Boom, works. Boom, works. Boom, works. Boom, works. Yeah. So if I update the block, it works, but I have to update it, which is not going to work out for the Auto-Piston challenge because I'm not going to have an entire other tower of friggin' sticky pistons with dirt block or whatever attached to them going back and forth to update these towers. So, sorry, Ethos, but your tower design, while it works for your little automatic tree, does not work here. Especially not with the signal up at the top. I'm not sure if it works at the bottom because having it at the bottom was never an option, and it's getting dark. So I have actually done. I was going to make the episode there, and then just post it to the Minecraft forums and send it to, I don't know, Ethos, see if he could help. But I decided to do some thinking of my own, and I came up with a few alternatives. First I was working on that, but that's not important yet. Let's see, my first effort was this, right here, this front tower. And it seemed to work pretty well. I have a torch here, sends a signal here, and because this block has a powered wire on it, and that powered wire powers both that piston and that piston at the same time, which I'm pretty sure is what's supposed to happen. And then that sent a signal here, which sent a signal here, and that powered both that and the block under it. So I'm powering 2 block sections with the vertical transmission. So I thought, oh, hey, that's not going to be extendable because if I delete that and replace it with a torch, nothing happens. So that's one problem. Let's see, I'm just going to delete this torch for now. Actually, I'm going to tear down this entire tower to make room for this other one. Make it easier to see. Oh, dirt. Okay, come on. Tear it down. Tear it down. Okay. So, I present to you my upward vertical transmission piston tower. This has the added benefit upgrade from the Etho tower, which I'm calling it, even though I don't really honestly know if he's the actual inventor of it. but this has the added benefit of being only one block wide. That means that it doesn't matter if these pistons, well, it shouldn't matter if these pistons are facing that way or that way. Um, this will power it no matter what, and it only takes up this one block area on this side. Um, so that's very, very useful in being able to work around the pistons on the other two sides. Um, Basically, there's an inverter every other wherever there's a it's off right now, and when it's in the off position, that's actually in the on position, powering this. That's on, and whenever you see a torch that's on while the pistons are off and this is in the on position, and you don't have another inverter somewhere around, you place an inverter. Inverter, inverter. And wherever the torch is off, you just have the line of redstone. Tear that. That turns off, turning the inverter on, powering these two. That turns on, powering the redstone, powering these two. That turns off, turning on the inverter and powering those two. And then up there, there's a last one that does the same thing. And not only does this work in the one space, only take up one space around the tower, it also seems to work perfectly fine without glitches and without any trouble in the I don't have to update anything, which actually works great. And from there, I can go up to the top, build my auto sensor, build my block sensor so that when things are pushed to the top, and then have vertical transmission downward somewhere back here that would send the signal down, powering this and sending the entire blocks going. And then here's where it gets really good. I thought, why do I need the upward vertical transmission at all? I came over here, did some experimentation, set up a piston tower right here where my downward vertical transmission was already set up. All I did was place these pistons and watch what happens. Oh, it's magic. That might be copyrighted. I hope my audio doesn't get deleted for that. Anyway, so yeah, this is where I discovered, hey, idiot. Guess what? You can only use a vertical transmission tower, and it powers the entire thing perfectly. Added benefit, I could actually put pistons on that side too. So if I wanted to, flipping this switch would alternate this tower of pistons and that tower of pistons. I don't know what I'd use that for, but it seems like a good thing to keep in mind. Anyway, with the downward vertical transmission, again, it's powering 2 blocks at a time. So this one is powering these two. That one is powering, well, this one is powering that one. The redstone wire there is powering these two. And that torch is powering these two, I think. I think that's how it's working. Anyway, well, maybe, I don't know. All I know is that it works. When this torch turns on, that redstone wire turns on, powering these. That torch powers these. This torch powers these whenever this is turned, well, to the off position, but it depends on how high the tower is. And that is working with absolutely no problems. There is a bit of a delay. It kind of activates in these sections, you'll see. It doesn't activate all at once. But I don't think that's a problem because it'll just activate, have its delay, and I'll make sure to slow the pace of the entire circuit enough so that it's not a problem. Anyway, yeah, so that very, very cleanly solves the problem. That was this monstrosity, ugly-looking tower that I had to extend back and took up a ton of space. This over here takes up a lot of space vertically. This, 2 spaces behind the piston tower. That's all that's needed, and it only takes up on one side of the piston tower. Except for, of course, at the top where I have to put the block detector to activate this transmission tower. So yeah, that I found fixed the problem perfectly. Let's see, I might as well talk about one more thing since we're over the 15-minute mark. Right over here, I was experimenting. This isn't actually going to be where things are getting pushed. I was just experimenting. Snow block. Ha ha ha. Let's see. This, delete a lot of this dirt so that you can see what's going on. Oh, shovel, right. That goes a lot quicker once you know how to do it. Okay, so this, I was experimenting with if a wall comes in, goes here, sets off this one right here, which is only works on the bottom one for now. Wait, what? Why? Oh, right, it needs that. Okay, so, yeah, block there, that works. And it pushes, so this would push the entire wall over. And then, once that wall has been completed and looped around to the meet with the first wall, whatever corner it's on, I would have a circuit set up to, like, break a redstone torch at the very end or something. That would switch it. This is just me manually switching it for now. That would pull these pistons back and push those pistons forward. So then you would have the tower still being pushed in, but instead it would be being pushed over to the right. The big problem here is that I have absolutely no way to power the entirety of the tower that I'd need without putting the downward vertical transmission tower inside the house, which I don't think I want to do. Mostly because I'm going to have different floors to the house, and when the floors move over, it will break the tower, and then this would all be screwed up. So basically, yeah, I can't put the transmission tower here, because while it would work when it went one direction, as soon as it switched and started pushing the other direction, not only would there not be a tower for this one to power the entire tower, because this one would have pushed stuff out of the way, it would push away this tower. So that's not going to work either. This side, of course, is taken up by the extended pistons, which is really annoying. And I will not have enough room. Sorry, excuse me, kind of burped there for a second. I'm not sure if this is possible by using some sort of complicated sticky pistons pulling stuff out of the way so that things work magically. But I have determined that it's way too much trouble than it's worth. Maybe I'll do some experimenting with it some other time. But for now, that's going to be it. So next time, I'll have torn down this tower right here and replaced it with my downward vertical transmission tower that works perfectly. I think I also forgot to mention that with all of these other designs using the redstone torches, don't need the repeaters to extend the signal. It just works, which is amazing. As far as I know, that's completely original. All of these three, that one was Etho's idea, but all of these three were, you probably can't even see them now, were completely original ideas on my part, and I'm gonna walk over to the lava pool just for fun. I'm not sure if anybody else has come up with them yet. I'm sure they have, but I'm proud of myself for thinking of it myself and actually working it out. That should solve most of our problems. Now it's just down to timing and making sure the entire tower can push forward before more blocks start to get raised from the bottom. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and have fun. Thanks, guys. See you later.